Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Real Hernando podcast. It has been gone for some time now. To anyone that used to follow this podcast knows that there was some things that happened in 2025 personally that put things on hold. It kind of made me stumble through the fourth quarter of last year. But so we're going to go through a few things here. But before I move any further, let me bring in my friend, Coach Camp.
Hey.
How are you, Coach?
Good, man. How are you doing, buddy?
Good. You all know Coach, right, here in Hernando. You've been on the show a few times now.
This is my third time.
Third time.
Thank you.
And that's actually, no, this is your fourth time.
Oh, I know one time was at my dinner table.
Your dinner table?
Yep.
And then up against the wall in the first studio.
Oh.
And then you joined me.
Oh, well, I facilitated questions.
You facilitated. You were a sounding board.
Yeah.
Because I told the story behind the Real Hernando. And that's why I'm bringing you in again today.
To be my Spanish-speaking friends, that's Cuatro.
Cuatro.
That's Cuatro.
You're my sounding board today.
Awesome.
As a way to quickly and briskly talk about what happened, where we are now, and where we're going in the future.
I like it.
For the show. And then give my friend here, Coach Camp, a spotlight, and talk about what he's doing to the new audience that's catching us now. So welcome back. My goodness, the last episode published, I did so little research for this. This is kind of how we roll here.
Yeah.
Off the cuff here, opening up the season here, because
we're pros.
I felt like it was important to do a quick episode like this as the first content pushed out. That way, when tomorrow, because that's the plan, tomorrow is going to be the first official episode with our good friend, Denise McElhaney from Denise's Happy Hounds. She's one of my favorite guests in the past. That's why she's on again. But so here we are.
Here we are,
Coach.
Yeah. We
are at 2375 Memphis Street now, which is another reason why.
Brand new studio.
We moved. All right. Well, here's the quick rundown, Coach.
Give it to us.
And this is where Coach really is connected to all of this because it was Coach's pool. Yep. This gentleman right here, Derek, put the camera on Coach now.
Hey.
That guy.
How's it going?
That guy owns a pool.
Yeah, I have one.
You have a pool.
It's in the backyard.
Yeah, it's you have a pool that also has a house with it.
It has a house.
And
it's an in-ground pool. It's got salt water and sometimes a St. Bernard. Sometimes it has a St. Bernard in the pool.
Yes.
That's a real story.
Lurking through the pool like a giant crocodile.
That's what's happening.
Well, we decided to swim one day. I decided to cannonball like a child, and we had an injury to the leg.
I cannonballed with you. Yes. I just came out better.
You came out much better.
That's how it works.
You came out dancing.
Yes.
I came out screaming.
Yes.
So that was in August. So that put a pause to things. Then I ramped it back up on Zoom. And then also many will remember that the last handful of episodes had a co-host, Lauren McClendon.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to talk about Lauren. But that's where it ended last year.
Yeah.
It just kind of fizzled. The other part of it was Wesley Meadows Retirement Community. The amazing Wesley Meadows. They do amazing things, but they were also amazing for me. And I want to thank Heather MacArthur and Jamie Clyett over at Wesley Meadows, because for 3 straight up years, every quarter, they would send me a check as the presenting sponsor. So I never missed one, right? So what is that? 12 quarters.
Yeah.
12 quarters of years, 12 checks to help support me, which then helped support this community by spotlighting them. Well, hey, 3 years, that's a long time to stick to one.
It is. It's a commitment.
Out of all of their marketing or community outreach budget, wherever they're pulling the money from, I have no idea.
Yeah.
To stick with me for 3 years is remarkable.
Yeah.
So that's why year 3, they gave me tons of notice, and they're like, we're probably gonna, call it a day after the end of this year. We're gonna move our money in a different direction. Understood completely.
Yeah.
So with that happening, coming out of 2025, I was like, this thing's put to rest. This thing needs to just kind of, and plus I'm still trying to recover from a leg thing.
Yeah, a lot going on.
A lot going on. Oh, and then the studio move. So now it's February, and I realized my lease at Big Note Music Lessons, which was the last studio filming that you saw for this podcast, was at on Mackinvale over with Manny at Big Note Music Lessons. And it was an amazing situation. We loved it. Right, Coach? I mean, we had a good time over there.
I enjoyed it.
Manny's a good guy, great school.
Yeah.
But there were times when Coach or my friend Neil Colley with the Local Yokels podcast, who will be on this show, and Melissa DeBar from American Fight Stories with DeBar, who will also be on this show. I'm having all of them on at some point.
Might as well have us on, man. We're a party. It's a party up here, bro.
Absolutely. I'm promoting other local podcasts.
That's exactly what you're doing.
It is what it is. But so when a client would come in, sometimes there would be drums in the background or loud instruments because it's a music school. Hello. Yeah. The nature of Manny's business needs sound,
right? Projecting,
and the nature of my business needs silence.
That's right.
So there were some scheduling conflicts there. So in February, I noticed that it just dawned on me that my lease, I'm like, has to be coming up soon. And sure enough, it was ending in 30 days when I had this epiphany, like, oh, I got to check.
Wow.
I had 30 days to start thinking about what to do, And to be honest with y'all, as I look at the camera and talk to the audience, I had to decide what I wanted to do for a studio, period. Never mind this podcast.
Right.
But I did decide that I wanted to continue this business and find another spot if possible. And we found this spot. So we're the building right behind Fratello's.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Near the square. It's a great spot.
We're on the west side again.
That's right.
Love it. Love it here. So that move happened over March. February into March. Eventually, once I finally got settled in here and had my clients rocking and rolling.
Rocking and...
Not just rocking.
No, we rolling too.
Rolling too.
We're rolling for show.
For sure. Down the river.
For show.
I had a moment of clarity when it comes to this podcast, The Real Hernando, and just realized that I feel comfortable in this studio. I feel like I built another studio home. It's reinvigorated me. And then, so therefore, okay, I'm waking back up and I'm kind of getting back to being a little more go-getter.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you are.
Because that cannonball, it didn't stop me from having that hot dog.
Nope, it didn't stop you from that or the fries
man, I'd never had an injury like that, and it just put me down for a while. Back to now, I just put all the pieces together. I'm like, you built something awesome with The Real Hernando. It's there. It's a proven commodity. On a business front, look, it generated revenue for my business, which was half the reason why I ever did it. The other half was to support the community and give back to them in this way.
Was that part of any of the halves? Never mind.
You're a 1% of a half.
Okay, that's fine.
1% of a half.
I'll take what I can get.
But yes, you're a part of the half because I interviewed you.
Yes.
You were on the show before we really became close friends. But you squirreled me. Where's my button? Squirrel.
Yeah. It's you're just talking about, how you ended back up here and what this meant to you and how the community meant it so much.
Yes.
And I think it's also important to mention that all of this stemmed from our good friend, Robert Carter, which brought in The Real Hernando to begin with. Mm-hmm. He is like the OG of OGs. Mm-hmm. And and since we're kind of revisiting the origins of Real Hernando, if you don't mind me sharing, I remember the day we're both coaching on the softball field and he comes up to me and he is so pumped and excited because he's met this new guy from Maine. He's a northerner. And he wants to take this idea that he had because Robert had gotten tired of all the negative stuff on all the Facebook posts and wanted to start The Real Hernando. And that's what he did.
I know. And
this was in the inceptions of groups being made. And so he does this. And then
everyone knows the other group.
Yeah. And there's actually several other groups now. It's like expanded so much, but he's like, I really want to be a positive voice in the community. So that's why he started it. And then he's like, this guy wants to take it and make it into a podcast.
Yep.
And he didn't know you didn't know him. Y'all were getting to know each other. And then a little bit of time goes by. I'll let you talk about how that came about.
He opened up I moved my business banking from Bank of America
That's how y'all met.
to Renaissance Bank.
And that's where it all started.
My friend Anthony Wood referred me to this guy, Robert. Call Robert Carter at Renaissance Bank on Commerce Street, Hernando, Mississippi, because I just moved here. Done deal. And the rest is history.
As they say.
Yes.
And
here we are.
He's like, I love this guy. And I'm like, all right, well, let me meet him. And here we are.
Here we are. The podcast launched in February of 2022. And prior to this release here, released content through 2025. Did a lot of good things. To go back to the 50%, there was actually another 50%. So it's like 150%.
Okay.
Another part of it at the time was for me to introduce my business to the community. Like, how do I get involved? How can people see my business? Because at the time, no studio. I just lived in my apartment. My whole business was online. All my clients were online. So how do I get visibility? Hi, it's waving. Am I going to be a spinner? Am I going to have a sign? Am I going to be standing on the corner of
have one of those
Commerce
inflatable guys that go up and down, right? Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take a camera and a microphone and go interview people.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And that's how it all started. And then it had all its different chapters through the studios. And it did work. It introduced me to the community. It connected me in a lot of ways. So all these positives kind of came flushing back and was like enough to just get me motivated again to be like, let's do this again. Like, it needs a total rebuild. Like I said, when you have a podcast that goes down for several months, you're basically kind of starting over. So I'm banking up interviews. I got some great people ahead. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to have a different flow, different look. Because right now, 0 sponsors, which is kind of freeing. Because now this is the time where I can change the format because no one has purchased a level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't pick the package number 2, which gives them X, Y, and Z. I don't have that. I don't have to provide X, Y, and Z specifically anymore. Right now, the show is free to kind of flow, and maybe organically we'll really start a new chapter. Here in a new room, new building, a new part of town, new lease on life, if you will.
The beauty of it, though, is you're not building from scratch. Because you have a network of people now. You have a lot of people that support you. And then you have a lot of people that know about you. So you're starting out at a higher level. You're starting back out at AAA before you go back to the big leagues.
And I also disappeared for a while. I have not been hanging out with our friends at the chamber as much.
You got out of BNI for a second.
Yeah, so I belong to Business Network International, BNI for short. There's a chapter up the street, up 51 in Nesbitt, Star Landing area. I paused that for a hot minute. Yeah. Because, I was hot and heavy marketing my DJ business or my entertainment business, Thrive Entertainment. And so that went away. Everything is just starting to fire back up. I just rejoined BNI, so this is all, I think it was like the minute I finished this space, when I finally felt at home, then I'm like, well, you're here. We need to be proactive. And also, don't forget that every guest, every business, every community leader, every nonprofit director, whoever, president, James Hetfield from Metallica, people like that come into the studio.
That's right.
Is great foot traffic.
Simmons,
Simmons.
all of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's good foot traffic for me, too. So, again, now I have a brick and mortar for people that I wanted them to see. I'm not on the side of the street. I'm a by appointment type of business. Well, let's make some appointments and get them in here. So all of that to say, we're happy to be back. I'm happy to be back.
I'm happy you're back.
I'm happy that you're happy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for hanging out. So now let's switch into now probably what I would consider a more traditional setting for this podcast. And that's me interviewing someone and me reintroducing Coach. Yeah. But I will say this. If you've met him once, you've met him a million times. I mean, you'll never forget this man.
And you're tired of it.
I know. But we have been friends for years.
Yeah.
We started a podcast together called Motivate with Coach Camp, which is well over 100 episodes. and then Coach and I host a podcast together called Cannonballing Life.
It's closing in on 100.
Refer to the cannonball in the pool. Yes, those are connected. We're closing in on 100 with that one. So we do a lot of content together. We do a lot of filming in here. Coach Camp is the pillar of this business. He's been here since the very first day. You were in the studio when it was a table and just boxes all over the floor.
And super excited even then.
Yeah,
much less what it is now. This incredible space, but like day one, you got like a light put up in the ceiling. I'm like, dude, I love it. We are rocking.
Yes. So, Coach is retired firefighter, paramedic.
Yep. Memphis Fire Department.
Memphis Fire Department. You are currently a professor at Southwest
Tennessee Community College. Your best choice.
Yes, your best choice.
That's what we say.
And you teach what?
EMS program. So
EMS
paramedics,
program.
advanced, and basics.
Has started and now is really starting to grow a career as a motivational speaker.
It's finally, I wouldn't say that even the years that I was pro bono, it wasn't catching fire, because it was. I was getting a lot of opportunities. But now I've actually moved into the space where it's becoming more actually like a business, where I'm having to write contracts and sign disclaimers and, book stuff. So it's where I was hoping to go, but I started with nothing, and you were a big part of that.
That's right. Did you hear that, folks?
Yes.
But the last thing on this list here is Star Podcaster. That's really where the magic happens, right?
I think so. I'll put it this way. That's where I get the most growth.
Yeah.
On a personal note, it really is. So I will say this for the real Hernando part, though. It was something that I think this city needed a lot back then, and I think we need it more now, because we've seen Hernando grow a lot over the last couple of years, and that's by population and businesses, et cetera. All of the
all
above.
these businesses coming to Delta Landing need to be in this podcast.
They do, and so that's where I was kind of taking this for a second. Is I just want everyone out there that will come across this to know that this is not just some blabbing. This is giving people insight to what this city offers and the people that are involved in the city, and I think that is very crucial, very important. And I don't know a ton of other cities that have a genuine podcast dedicated to talking about their city. I'm sure there are out there, but just the fact that we have that, and that it's positive stuff, you know, because anybody can get on any social media site and be a negative person, but that's not what this is. This is about highlighting individuals that are doing big things, and I think that's awesome. That's
what I'm most proud of. To anyone watching or listening that you've just discovered this podcast, all you got to do is go through the channel. If you're on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever, go through the archives. I implore you to find any interview that's negative or
not going to happen,
trying to call out names or just be controversial. I've had the mayor on twice. In the first interview, really both interviews, the words Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal, those words were never muttered ever. The very first interview I did with him in his office, by the way, again, this is early on. I don't have a studio. He lets me come in his office, stick a camera in his face, and talk to him for an hour. And you would not have known what political party he belonged to if you were from outside of Hernando and watched it. I'm proud of all the businesses that we've spotlighted, all the nonprofits. There was a period where I did nothing but nonprofits, and I branched out throughout the county. And I will say that will be a thing in this new chapter. Is I have no problem talking to a nonprofit in Olive Branch.
Sure,
maybe even a business if that person.
Maybe they have a program that they give back to the community, whatever it is. I
will be reconnecting with Siboney at the Chamber, and that's where it's always going to be very hyper specific to Hernando, because they're going to be sort of they are on the inside. They can come in here and give me information from the inside of the business community specific to Hernando, and how basically they'll be in my sandbox too, in a big way. But if someone in Horn Lake is putting on a good fundraiser or something, they're more than welcome to be on the show.
Yeah.
And repeat guests. You're probably going to see Denise McElhaney on the show a lot, because she just brings different kind of energy, and she's so easy on the mic. She's such a natural. And as I meet more and more people that are, good at being on a podcast as well, then let's have him on again and tell us more about what's going on in Hernando. Like I need to be educated on what's going on in Hernando because I'm not deep in the inside of it. I don't know everything that's going on here. If it's on Hernando happenings, I don't listen.
Well, I mean, that's the part that I wanted to highlight was the fact that that's not what you are. That's not what this is.
Right.
It is about the positive side.
And I just rambled.
This city.
And I just rambled.
Well, I didn't want to step past that and talk about me without really putting a star on what this is.
That's right. This is supposed to be about you. I just lied to the audience.
Well, I'm the one that started it, so nana boo boo. I just need everybody out there though to truly understand the genuine person that you are, the heart that you have. Look, when the mayor's letting you come into his office, he doesn't really know you. He doesn't know who you are. That's trust and faith that you're not going to try to set him up for something. And that is who you are. You're not going to set somebody up for something. So if you have a positive story, if you have a business out there that you're contributing something, look, maybe I'm just coming up with something. This is me. Maybe you got a paper company and you want to put out great Post-it notes, but you're like, I don't have any really money for marketing. This is a great avenue, and that's why I think you're so important to this society in this city, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Now, I will tell everybody what is happening right here in case you're brand new, because we have a whole lot of new people that's moved into the city. Way back in 2022 was the first time that we kind of really got acquainted to one another, and at that time, I had been on a mission for about maybe a year of trying to become this entity of positivity. I wanted to have speeches and I wanted to give out, social media posts and all things. I was sick of the negative. After 2020, let's just face it, things kind of got sassy. I didn't like all the salt everywhere. There was just salt everywhere. And I'm like, you know what? I could be a part of the problem, or I could try to be a part of the solution. Yeah. And even if it's a small part, I'm going to be a part of it. And that's what I did. So I started putting out messages. One thing led to the next. We meet each other. Yep. And then I've started this business called Motivate with Coach Camp LLC. Coach Camp Enterprises is what it is. And my whole thought was, I'm going to build something from nothing that hopefully inspires others to build something as well. Because I can only do so much. But if I bring in team members, the possibilities are endless. And since then...
Yeah, well, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, and since then, we've seen a Neil Colley take up podcasting and put out positive messages. And because of Neil, we see a Melissa come in and she puts out positive messages. And I'm honored to know that I had a small role in their steps because maybe Melissa never comes in here if Neil didn't. Maybe Neil never comes in here if I didn't.
No, I would never know Neil.
And none of us do this if you didn't. Yeah. And so I think that's the big part of what Real Hernando is all about, is being real, being yourself, being positive, being a force that can help others grow. And that's what Real Hernando does. That's what Coach Camp does. If you want to know more about me, you can go to motivatecoachcamp.com. You can go to my website. I'm Christopher Camp on Facebook. You can follow me there. You can subscribe to my YouTube, Motivate with Coach Camp on the YouTube. I put out a podcast every single Monday. It's going to be about different topics. We've hit on dyslexia. We've had people that's overcome addiction. Look, you name it, we've hit it, and we're continuing to grow. I had a person just the other day contact me from Canada that's going to be on the show. Podcasting has become this big world that is way beyond anything I could have ever dreamed of, but it gets the message out. I'm going to stay positive. You're going to stay positive. Real Hernando's going to stay positive. We're going to keep growing this thing, baby. And if I can ever do anything to help you, I want you to know all you got to do is ask.
Thank you, sir. See what I mean about Mr. Coach Camp? Can you tell he's a professional speaker?
I don't know.
And you've grown, sir. When I met you, you had the logo and the actual LLC, maybe the website, and you were doing videos on the Ponderosa, right?
That's it.
You started a YouTube channel and just throwing your phone up and making videos, just being positive.
Start
whatever hit you in that day, or maybe the day before, you were like, ooh, I want to talk about this. And then we eventually start this podcast. I don't want to keep going down that path, but here we are. It's been a tool for you to meet people.
Tons.
I guess sell podcasting again. Look, it's a way to network. You're going to meet a lot of people. People want to be on a podcast, so they will say yes to meeting you. Yeah. If the whole meeting is just, hey, let's grab a coffee sometime, it's a little harder. People are busy. But hey, would you like to be on my podcast? And I'll put you on Apple, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and to thousands of people. They're going to say yes to that. Yeah. So it gives you, it opens the door to meet a lot of people, which you have done. And through the networking, you meet this person that might start from kind of based on the podcast, but then that person connects with the next and that one the next.
Yeah, it's the ripple effect.
And it's this ripple effect. And now over the last year, I would say, you've been continually speaking at all the schools in DeSoto County.
Yeah.
People are calling you now to do commencement speeches. And now
conferences,
events. Bigger, and it's just starting to really start rolling.
I'm emceeing an event tomorrow in real time, and where we're talking today, taping. I don't know when this is going to come out, but Friday I am emceeing the autism event down in Corinth, Mississippi, which came to me. So it definitely is growing into something that I had envisioned and hoped it would do. You never know about anything, but you got to try and you got to go and you got to constantly adjust. That's what I've been doing. That's what you've been doing, sir. That's why we're in this beautiful new studio. And one thing I want to say for you is if you are out there, and let's just say you are hearing what we're saying, you're vibing, baby. You're vibing on this. And you're like, I want to do that. I feel like I have great messages. I feel like I have great contacts. I want to do a podcast. That's your guy. That's your guy. Derek Michaud from Maine. This is your man. Come down here.
That's the selling point.
This is the main boy. Come down here to SRP Studios, get your podcast situated, and get out there, get your voice going. Because just like he just described, I started from scratch, nothing on a Ponderosa. And I'm not tuning my own horn. I'm not patting myself on the back. If anything, I'll wake up every day humbled by the fact that I know that I have folks contacting me from all over the world, literally all the time, contacting me, emails, asking me about, have you spoke at this? Would you consider speaking at that? Can I be on your podcast? These are the things I've done. I've got a person that you want. Dude, I'm humbled by that. I'm not boasting about anything. This is all what is possible. And if you think this is something for you and you want to have that message out there, this is the place to do it.
Man, you should be my spokesperson.
Thanks.
Brought to you by Coach Kemp.
Hello.
But this podcast is going to continue. What's not changing is after this episode, the heart of it's about the guests that are with me, either promoting their business or nonprofit, or they're a community leader. They're not coming here to jump up on a stump. And that
maybe they're sharing about what drives them.
But let's learn more about that person.
Yeah, what are they trying to get accomplished?
But even just like, tell us a funny story. What was your life like in high school? Did you play sports? Oh, you're a baseball fan. Okay, and then we'll maybe talk some baseball.
That's right.
Get to know the guy more. Or have people in here that are just sort of like coming in to report to us, the status of Hernando on a business. Again, bringing in a Siboney Swatsina from the Hernando Main Street Chamber of Commerce. What's going on in the city, Siboney? What do we need to know? What events are coming up? Stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm excited to do that again. I'm happy to be here again. Hopefully, this new setting, this new chapter will make this thing grow into something new or different from what it was before, like a more, not mature. What am I trying to say? Just a nice...
More fans, more people signing in.
Well, thank you. Because with that all said, by all means, I am also trying to build an audience so I could monetize this again.
Yeah.
And make it a legitimate part of my business. I have this podcast and I have a podcast called the Rhythm Section Podcast, based for the music community, very local. In both instances in the past, a lot of amazing businesses and people have helped, even in the smallest ways, because they appreciate what it's doing. So proven commodity. Again, Wesley Meadows, thank you so much for 3 amazing years. Plus, I don't want to miss anyone, but some of the bigger names like Gustafson Properties, Team Couch Realty, 5M Services, CL Cheesecake, Coffee Central, Angela Kid Insurance, Shelter Insurance, Tadpool Swim School, Pokechaw's Egg Roll. Gosh, I hope I'm not missing anyone.
3M Services, Coffee Central, I don't know.
I just said those, But as you can see, a lot of these businesses, big and small, helped. And I want to be able to provide reach for future advertisers and sponsors. I want them to get real value with their advertising dollars.
Yeah.
But I also want them to know that the money and the entity that they're feeding into with that revenue is something positive. And
it's an investment in the community.
Giving right back in a way.
Yeah.
I'm not giving, sure, I'll sponsor events and I'll do what I can to put my name on a cup for a Arts Council event to help them out.
Yeah.
And give back monetarily. But if what I do for a living can provide a free service to the community, then that's the purest thing I can do to help. So
I like it.
Anyways, Coach, thanks for doing this with me.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for being my sounding board. It'd be weird to do a solo host thing. I've been podcasting a long time, and the solo host thing is weird to me. Yeah. I would do better if it was audio only. I think I'd have more fun with that. But it's just weird looking at a camera. Hey, how you doing?
I do it all the time.
Hey, that's
I do that all the time.
You're a professional at this.
I just talk in my car all the time. So it's like I'm just talking to myself, whatever.
And listen, y'all, Coach and I, did I say that right? Coach and I?
That's very proper.
Me, Coach, and I have a podcast called Cannonballing Life. Yes. That's every Friday-ish.
Subscribe to that
its own channels, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple, Spotify. We're fixing to film one after we finish this one. That one has a way more fun, laid back
a lot
energy.
Of nonsense, fun nonsense.
Knuckleheads,
fun nonsense.
No foul language, no foul topics. It's just us kind of talking about our weeks and months and how we like cannonballing into life and taking chances. And then we talk about our failures and our vulnerabilities but all in good fun.
That's right.
It's all a good laugh, but it's another cool local podcast if you want to check it out.
Yep. Just something to zone out while you're driving down the interstate. Try not to get mad at everybody cutting you off.
Yeah, don't fall asleep, though.
Don't go to sleep.
All right. TheRealHernando.com. Check it out. You can see all of our previous episodes, and looking forward to a new chapter with y'all. Thank you, and have a great day.